Hey, what the fuck is up, worms? It's been a bit since my last upload. I have a fucking guest here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I don't have a name.
Yes, you fucking... Okay. This bitch here isn't gonna introduce herself. I am unusually cool today. But my co-host here and me, we're gonna, 4chan does this thing every Christmas and, Valentine's Day where they do these, little waifu collage things. I'll put an example on screen. Words aren't coming to me right now. So we're just gonna go through all. There's a good amount of these. There's
97 items.
97. That's more than I thought. This is less than last year, so we're gonna go through these until we get them all, or until we get bored.
You're gonna put each one on screen on the video, right? So that
Yes.
people can see.
Yeah, that's the plan. I think it'd be kind of like, imagine, like, I don't know, you're just gonna look at two trannies for like 2 hours. I mean, I would, but that's just me. So this first one, what do we think?
High tier already.
High tier? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have a little more, like little more, but pretty good. And the vibes with the food spread are immaculate.
Okay, so you said more waifu?
Yeah.
So it's actually something I've kind of had come to my attention lately, that I think when you have more waifu in there, it kind of takes away from this feeling like immersive. Like, it's less like you're going on a date, because imagine, you're going on a date with someone, you just have like a bunch of pictures of them like spread out.
Yeah.
But I think that has its appeal in its own right. I don't think that necessarily improves or decreases quality. But, so I do really like this one, I agree, high tier. So, on a rating of 1 to 5, what would you give it?
5. Let's do 1 to 10. 5's too limiting. I need more gradation.
Okay, fine, 1 to 10.
Give me... I'm thinking an 8 here.
An 8. I'm just gonna do 1 out of 5. That's, because I 1 out of 10 is stupid and gay. I'm gonna give this a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think this is, like, you said it yourself, 1 to 5 is more limiting, which is fine for me, but, I don't know, I think it's really well presented. I like the food on display. They even got like a little, I assume that's an airsoft gun there.
Yeah.
I just noticed they have like a trinket on it too.
The charm, yeah.
Yeah, and also like a Grim McGon charm, which I guess is just incidentally there.
Yeah.
But I think I'll give it a 5. 5 blood sacrifices out of 5. All right, now let's move on to our next one.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I want points just for Yu-Gi-Oh! No food, so the dinner date vibes are lackluster.
Okay.
I could take or leave the little like stickers there on the image.
I think the stickers make it kind of cozy, personally.
Yeah. I don't hate them.
Yeah, I think the little I forget what that kind of cloth is called that's covering them on. Doily. I don't know how I feel about that, because I think it obscures the picture too much.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what it's doing there. It wouldn't normally be hanging from your computer monitor.
Also, like, what is this?
That's like an illustration of him for the light novel, presumably. It's just a page of him looking kind of
okay, because I wasn't sure what, like, this book is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But no, that makes, like, a light novel color spread. That makes sense.
I do like just the image on your desktop background plus the one like, wedding figure. That the romantic vibes of the setup are great, except like I said, no food, no meal. This is not a dinner date, which is kind of a canonical element of these pictures for me. So I don't know.
So I think I do agree on the dinner date aspect. I didn't think much of it at first, but that is how the tradition started. You go back to like those earlier collages. Yeah, you got like the whole like, I don't know if I think that. I guess I could say that detracts from it a little.
Because I feel like the essence of it is that you're like sitting alone at your computer on like Christmas Eve or whatever, and this is like your only company,
Yeah, no, you're right. I will say I do like the colors being used. Like, white is very consistent, very deliberate. So I'm gonna give it a, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. He's a good boy, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay. I know I probably sound like someone who just made a mal for the first time.
With your rating distribution.
Yeah, with how generous I am.
Average score 8.77.
Look, we're only two pictures in.
No, I'm just saying that this is your mal user analog.
Yeah. Also, the fact that it's a Sword Art Online boy as opposed to a girl, I think that's bonus
based.
points.
Yeah, that is.
So this is some Persona bitch. So 1 out of 5. Don't care.
Yeah, I mean the cookies are fine. It's weird that you're dating her twice.
Yeah, like, no, that's the thing. Like, I just gave it a 1 because it's a Persona bitch, but like that too is like
to have her up on 2 screens, and that'd be one thing. That's like okay, you're just building the wall of waifu.
Yeah,
but with the 2 separate cookie plates, this is as if you have 2 separate dinners going on, which again, just bizarre vibes. So Merry Christmas text on screen, not really doing anything for me. A little bit of a minimal presence with just the screens of her and then the 2 little cards. So overall, not impressed, not feeling it.
Yeah. What's your rating?
I'll give it 3 or a 4.
Alrighty, so moving on to the next one.
Pretty, aesthetically pleasing, for sure. A lot of booze.
I have to assume that's like a thing for this character.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know who this is.
She looks like some bimbo.
Okay, but neither of us know who this is.
As kind of pleasant as the composition is, in a basic sense here, it feels just like an arrangement. It doesn't feel like a sit-down date.
Yeah.
Just a takeaway for me. And similarly, even just like, you've got the figure in the center, but she's not quite framed in a way that you're sitting down for a date with her. It's just kind of like a merch spread. It doesn't nail the essence of the endeavor for me.
You know, I'd say this feels less like a date, and it feels more like an offering.
Yeah.
With like all the alcohol.
No, that's true.
Which again, I just have to assume is a thing for this character, who I have no fucking clue who this is. It's fine.
It's like a 5 out of 10 for me, probably.
So yeah, I was gonna say it's like a 3 out of 5, so average. Like, it's fine. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I sure hope the people who made these aren't watching.
I sure hope they are.
Oh man. Okay. So what are we thinking here?
So this is like a little family Christmas.
I think it's supposed to be the mom.
That's true, but then they've got the figure like next to Kiddo there. They've got like the figures of the 2 kids. It seems like. So is like this not just like this guy's or girls? I mean, I don't know. There might be more Yume Joshis on A than I would have thought, but I have to wonder, is this not just like a waifu date, but a waifu like family get together? Like, you know, are you? Well, it's like you're dating a single mom. She brings her kids along. You get them involved, which I respect. Not the stepdad. I'm the dad who stepped up. Very, very homely. You got the Christmas tree and you got the presents under the tree. You've got. It feels like a little family, like Christmas Eve treat time. That's good.
Yeah, that's cute.
This is high tier for sure. I think this is a 9 out of 10.
I like how they have like the color coded cupcakes there.
Yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I'm just kind of writing off everything you're saying, but yeah, no, I think this is pretty solid. So what's this next one?
I don't like the edited just PNG of the character like on top. Again, you're just missing the assignment. This is not a Christmas waifu post.
Yeah, like this is one of those that feels more like a shrine than a date, which I don't really mind.
They've got the
divergence there.
It's just like a merch flex, which is fine. And again, it's just not the assignment. I was like, want to score this NA as opposed to any numerical. You're just playing a different game.
Yeah, like. I also, you know, with the PNG overlaid, it's like, it's kind of obscuring the part of that card there, and I'm not really feeling it. Like, I think, you know, like you said, they did a good job with, but like, you know, wrong assignment.
Okay, well, it does say Merry Wixmas, this is White Cross. This is a card game anime. So that's the name, they worked the name in. I almost want to... And it's still NA, but like NA with a little like smiley face on the graded paper here because I appreciate the punning there.
So no rating?
No rating.
Okay.
But a little smack I drew.
I guess I'll give it like a 2 out of 5. I just don't know if it's like, I mean, I don't know if it's to my taste. Like, I think the color, like, I think it's kind of like overwhelmingly bright here. You know, the Christmas lights, and also just like, yeah,
grasp what's going on.
No, yeah, I don't think my eyes like. I mean, no hate, because like I think this is well made, but it's not for me. So 3 out of 5. Moving on.
Okay. Little waifu spread. And it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not like the sitting across, like spending Christmas Eve with your waifu. Cute spread. Yeah, I don't know, like 5 out of 10. You know, it's just good.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, kind of a merch flex there. I don't really get the impression that like you're spending Christmas with her.
Yeah.
You can see the Merry Christmas, and then Horo. My fucking katakana was so fun. Even when I was taking Japanese in high school, like so many katakana characters just blend together in my mind. But
and I do appreciate Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I mean the katakana is cute, but I don't get the impression you're like spending Christmas with her.
It's almost just like your Christmas card.
Yeah. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. That's next one.
Here we go. Okay, this is sitting down at your computer for a Christmas Eve date with your waifu. We have understood the assignment. We have not achieved it past perhaps a first grade level, but we understood the assignment. I mean, this is about as bare bones as it gets. You got the PNG and your fucking the mint candy. The Christmas tree in the background is a nice touch. It adds to the ambiance here, but we have not gone all out for the date.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough just because previous ones have had kind of much more effort and technical proficiency behind them while missing the spirit much more than this has. So it's tough to place this in relation to some of those other ones. I think given just how rare this has been, it's got to be like a 6 out of 10 for me. Because it understood what it's going for.
God, I feel so bad shitting on some of these because like there was people in the thread who were like, oh, I don't have any merchandise, like, oh, I don't have time, and I've encouraged like, oh, just hold some food in front of like your monitor and like call it. That's what I did, but like I'm shitting on them. But like,
I mean, you're above average. I mean, I didn't encourage them on the board like you did, so I have no culpability for this, unlike you. But you did it. You did what you were supposed to do, and for that, that's a passing grade.
Yeah. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Like, the effort's there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the candy of choice kind of like takes away personally. I don't know. I think like there's room for improvement. Could you imagine if like the people who posted these images like found this video and they're like, oh, fucking trannies trying to tell me what to do? Then again, most people in A are probably trannies anyways, so let's move. Oh, there's a lot going on here.
Very tasteful.
Very opulent.
Very much a shrine, just kind of a merch shred. At least it's a nice shrine.
I want to point out right away, it's the same picture twice.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's suboptimal.
Yeah,
sure. Although it's that on a computer display.
Is that a computer?
I can't quite tell.
I mean, what else would it be? I guess so. I'm not sure what, but what.
That makes it if you just like the image and then have it physically, that's less of a detraction. I feel like I'm sort of getting less and less sympathy for missing the assignment. So like 5 out of 10 because it's like the best one of these can be, but it's not the objective.
Yeah. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 for the same reason you said. It's more of a shrine than like like spending Christmas with them. I don't. Okay, well I can see this is a Final Fantasy character. Half the characters here, maybe less than half, I have no clue who they are, and there's nothing to really say who they are. But yeah, 3 out of 5. It's fine. You did a good job. Moving on.
Okay, this is a less inspiring character shrine.
That's a fucking Funko Pop.
Yeah, Funko Pop is pretty dire. on the technical side of things, that light there, the little like candle light, electric candle light, kind of washes everything out. It's like a 2 out of 10, brother. Not good.
Now that you mention the candle, yeah, it does. Like, I think it's fine on its own. I like the Christmas tree background. Again, this is more of like a merch shrine than anything, which, while not bad, it feels like it's missing the point again. But the Funko, I would have given it a 3, but the Funko Pop, I'm gonna bring it down to a 2. So we have our first Konata. What do we think?
So I'm already just in the taste of selecting Konata fits the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like. What are you doing as an A poster? Like standing a Naruto character?
Yeah,
like, could get some fucking deeper cuts here, please. So 100% nailed the era, the otaku spirit. Got the fucking Ponsu figure. And you're sitting down for a date. You got your tinsel, you got your tree, the window, a little candle, and it's perfect vibe.
I want to point out though, is like I think it's kind of weird. It's like the same picture on the same monitor.
That is although I mean, if you've got the dual monitor setup, I guess it does like detract from the sitting across the table from her element a little bit. I still feel like this might be a 10 out of 10 for me because it nails all the points.
I think it's a 4 out of 5 for me. I think I like the kind of amateur feel of this, but I think like the double like monitor thing is like.
Yeah, there's a few nitpicks.
What is? I'm trying to wonder what's that. Some kind of cake? I wonder if they made it themselves. But
cake with Pocky.
Pocky, that's a good touch.
2 Pocky, 1 for each of them. Like,
oh, that's cute.
Just little touches, man.
Yeah, that's good. 4 out of 5. Alright, moving on. So this one's unique.
This is just it's. We're going for a totally different assignment here, and it's like I said something else was a Christmas card. This is just straight up a Christmas card. So this is like another NA, and I don't think I have a smiley face for it. It's fine for what it is, but it does not alight any particular charm or delight within my soul.
I think it's fine. 3 out of 5. That's all I have to say.
Here we go. So we've nailed the assignment. Cake, I will say, I'm talking about the immersion of my experience. That's a very large cake for 2 people. Composition-wise, she is very small and far back there. It's kind of hard to see her. Not the optimal table setup if you're sitting across from each other, chatting over your Christmas meal here. The kind of like they used flash on the photo, so it's kind of a dinky lo-fi picture, which enhances the vibes for sure. I'm thinking like 7 out of 10 here.
I kind of like again with the amateur look to this. I feel like it's a little cluttered.
Yeah. I don't know what like the Attila the Hun book is doing there, unless maybe she's Attila. Maybe this is like some FGO thing. This
Probably.
is like
I don't know this character either.
Attila the Hun. So I'll retract that particular criticism.
I mean, maybe it's not though, and it's but then that raised the question like, why is that there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty haphazard. Like you got this. I guess the sunflower seeds have something to do with the character, and then you have like these cards, which maybe they're related, but like I don't think they're doing a good job showing why. Yeah. Also, these candles are kind of odd. This really bothers me.
It is odd. They're unlit. I'm not sure if they're designed to be lit. Yeah, there's some strange things going on here, but I just, given the standards which have been set, I gotta give you a pretty good score simply for meeting the assignment.
Yeah, 3 out of 5, I guess. That's my score.
So I mean, these are just the desktop backgrounds. You've not set up like a head-on, face-to-face picture here. It just feels like the people doing this trend don't know how it started, or we have played a game of telephone here. We don't know like what the objective is. But I mean, certainly the one on the left, where we've got a second character in the foreground here, you know, cropped into. It's just the vibes are quite dismal. This is just like, I'm a fan of this character. Here's my slathering of character stuff. This is like it's like a 2 out of 10. You got the Christmas hat in there to make it festivities, but that's the only thing here that screams Christmas date.
No, yeah, I agree. I think this does feel like someone's just kind of like monitor setup. They just threw a Christmas hat on there for festivity.
People posting waifus on the board, and they're like, "Oh, okay, this is what we're doing."
Also, the fucking water bottle, like that takes. I'll give it. Yeah, 2 out of 5. What's in that cup? I think on the the poster said what's in the cup is up to your imagination. So, okay, so yandere dev cum chalice. Well, I guess more like a cum mug. Oreos, which implies I guess it's milk, but
yeah.
Why does it? What?
It looks very.
It's very suspicious looking milk.
Nice looking little setup. Humble, I like.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite like dinner across the table from each other composition here, but you got your 2 cookies for each of you. The 1 milk cup is a little awkward, but you'll make it work, I guess. And you do at least have face-on pictures in the center here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving this a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I have less to say about these than I originally thought. There's some later on that I think I have more to say about, but I think this is just kind of like a 3 out of 5. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Very standard.
Yeah. This is, I think, what I would expect from, this sort of thing. Alright, 5 out of 5.
Okay, yeah, I mean, look, nails the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Across the table, face to face.
Mm-hmm.
Food. Now, here's what I will say.
Oh.
Stand to have an extra fork here, so you're kind of sharing the meal.
That's a good point.
That's my point of criticism, but I have points of criticism for my previous 10 out of 10. You know, quibbles are not gonna stop me from giving out the requisite score here, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever made this will pay close attention to these details. No, nothing to say here, just perfect 10 out of 10.
Okay, so, I complained about the PNG previously.
Okay.
Totally works here. We are envisioning a date. She has her own beverage. Lovely. Snow's swept landscape behind her. Perfect. Can we zoom in on the food a little bit? I need a food check here.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's food. I guess that's
a coaster for her drink, which is
that's a cute
impeccable
touch.
Detail. So we just got a little bit of pastries, a little bit of sweets to share. Does this hit necessarily every point of the assignment, which I've been referring to here? Not necessarily. However, the innovation, the creativity, while maintaining the spirit of the thing, is kind of janky. I assume she's either like a BN character, where they always have kind of awkward illustrations, or this is like your own fan art of the character, which would also be sick. So this is breaking new ground. This is a 10 out of 10.
I think for the effort alone, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think the thing stopping it from being a 5 out of 5 for me is I don't think it meets my tastes personally. Because I think it is, while you did mention everything is, everything's on point, I think it's a little simple for my tastes.
It is very simple, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that works for its favor.
What sold me 100% is just the detail of the coaster there for her drink.
That is a nice detail.
It's
so presence there.
It's so thought out for what it is, and I respect the hell out of it.
Yeah. So moving on. Okay.
There we go. Got the assignment.
Yeah.
Right off the rip, I'm thinking at least 8 out of 10. You're gonna eat those sticky, sweaty ribs with your hands, which I'm not loving.
How else are you supposed to eat ribs? With a fork?
You are right. I would like to see some napkins there, at least.
That's a good point.
Very dinky lo-fi setup.
Mm-hmm.
No Christmassiness.
That's true.
Which does you gotta. There's a lot of points to nail here, and we have overlooked that one. Tasteful amount of merch, I think. It's on the border between like a 7 and an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's some high points here, there's some low points here.
I think the ribs alone make this like a 4 out of 5. Those are making me hungry.
Yeah.
But very, this is, I don't know, I think this is when you envision, like, a waifu date image, this is what comes to mind.
You're right. I guess, and if I'm talking about the spirit of the thing, we gotta keep in mind that it's always been a little dinky and ad hoc.
Yeah.
So I'd probably give it an 8.
I think the jankiness adds to it for me, so 4 out of 5.
Christmassy, that's my only.
Yeah, well, Christmas sucks dick anyways, so that's my rating.
Or a menorah. Look, I'm not.
That's
I don't
fair.
wanna include traditions here. We gotta have something. Okay, we got Christmassy. We have face to face. Could be a slightly better image for this, maybe, but I'm not gonna knock it. We have a drink. We have our little charcuterie sticks. Very cute. Our little pastries.
There's a lot of effort here.
Get a second drink. We want her to have something to drink as well, but that's fine. This is, I think, a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, again, I really don't have as much to say as I thought I would, but yeah, 4 out of 5.
It doesn't have, like, anything truly special to push it to that transcendent level, but cute spread, Christmas vibes.
This is what I'd like to see on these threads.
9 out of 10.
I will say that I'll probably deduct points for it being Saber.
It's a little basic, but it is very. I feel like this is a character selection which is very in the spirit. It's very. It's otaku. It's very wife core. So I can't knock the selection on those rounds.
Okay, that's fair. I just like making fun of like fate fags. I don't care much for the series. I just think it's fun to make fun of fate fags. I think the food is a really good detail.
Yeah.
How like I have to assume those cookies. Some of them are homemade. Yeah. I don't know about the pastry there.
Although it's kind of uneven in a way that would suggest homemade.
Yeah. So moving on. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. We're going like shrine/merch shred style here.
Which we know you're not a fan.
Yeah, again, you're just missing these. You're across face to face, which is nice. You're not sharing a meal. It's like a 3 out of 10. For me, if I was feeling generous, it could push a 4, but I'm not. So it's 3.
I think it kind of bothers me how uneven this is. Like,
it's just I don't. Part of it is obviously the unfamiliarity with the character here, but I really can't quite. I don't know what's going on.
One thing that bothers me is like how you can see the desk or whatever there. Again, like it feels like you're just sitting on the floor with this character, and I don't know. I don't like that.
It doesn't have a story. It doesn't.
No,
anything to it.
Give it a 2 out of 5. I was thinking at first I would like edit our individual scores on the screen.
No, that's way too much work.
That is way too much fucking effort. Maybe like once or twice, but no. So
this is good.
This is really nice.
Peaceful
I like it.
Setting.
Outdoors.
Christmas themes. You got your little like table tray, so you're set to actually eat out here.
Also, this I assume that's Spam assume.
Yeah. It looks like a little.
Things don't look like Spam now that you mention it.
Yeah, like ground meat.
I don't know what they are, but
yeah.
Though they do look good.
I think for me and my platonic ideal here, it's a little too nice. It's a little too
interesting,
neat and well arranged. To meet the platonic ideal of Christmas waifu date. But I don't know if that will stop this from getting a 10 out of 10 because it is eminently tasteful here.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. I think this is like it's not. It doesn't have that amateur feel
that
to it. Like
lived-in dinky.
Yeah, but I've seen. I believe it's the same person, anyways. I don't know any. Because there's always the same like Larry fag on these threads, but like I've seen before where it felt more like a merch shrine, and then this one really feels like a date. Like not only do you have like, Larry, like the little plush here, but you also have like a Star Raptor. Yeah. That's a nice touch. You have them like around him in Masters. I think that's also a nice touch. The trailer, I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but I think it adds to it. It breaks up like the green in the background.
It breaks up the background and it has the Christmas vibes to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I will not withhold a 10 out of 10 here.
So yeah, 5 out of 5 for me.
Okay, this is not, so we are bringing ourselves into the virtual world here. We are getting to give head pats to our little date. That's pretty great. The dinkiness of the food spread is just about optimal.
I like how crunchy it looks.
Yeah, it's not the uninspiring single wrapped hard candy. We've put effort into this, but we also have no capability whatsoever. Little bit of merch. We got the mug and the little figure there. This is Krusty lived in just sitting at my monitor posting on 4chan. There's not quite enough going on. It might be a little too little here for a 10 out of 10, but it is a strong 9 out of 10.
This is I think what bothers me is you have the hand in there, but you can see it's kind of cropped out. That really bothers me.
It's like a 4x3 image. It looks like.
But on a
16:9 line.
Yeah. And that I don't know. I don't. It's like this disembodied hand is just in there. I get what you're going for, but I think it'd be to a better effect if you zoomed in on that. I guess that, and it does feel. I think the desk does feel maybe a little too basic. I think if the lighting of the room was a little darker, or if there was more things on the desk, I think that would add to it. But I still say this is a 4 out of 5. So moving on. I think this is really good.
This is really good.
They even have the cookies there.
Cookies with her. Fairly homemade. Best effort. We got her a nice little glass of wine. I wouldn't necessarily want that to be the expression across from me at the dinner date, but you do you. That's a valid preference. And your little spread of seasonal sweets there. High tier, like I said, character selection. 100% fits the bill.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 on all fronts.
So 10 out of 10. Got the little lights to increase the ambiance.
This is also, I think, a 5 out of 5.
Another ideal choice. We have kind of been hit or miss on copious amounts of character merch. I think here it fits the vibes that they've got. This is.
It feels very homely.
Just an army of Mios. It is homely.
Did you just call her Mio?
Who is it?
That's Azusa.
Oh, Azusa.
You fuck up.
Faker.
Fake anime fan.
Crusty ass cake. Homemade. The Santa hat. Gotta have the Santa hat. Would have no Christmas vibes without it, so we nailed the assignment. Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. This is a nitpick, but okay, I don't even know what this is. Is that pond salt, so gardening supplies? Which I guess adds to the lived-in nature of this, but that's just a nitpick. This is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Still can't believe you called her Nico.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long time for me. Oh, long day, my bad. Okay.
Some of us go outside of
Some
our
of
houses.
us are fake fans, I get it.
Some of us are fake Kiki needs.
So true.
The trifold, you're not sent across the table from her, we got no food. It's a merch spread, and it's a somewhat uninspiring merch spread at that.
I think a lot of these would be improved, the merch spreads would be improved if you just had at least one food item in there.
Yeah.
Even if you're just holding a chocolate up to screen, I think that would add so much.
Ooh, yeah, it's a little crusty, which I appreciate. It's a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a 2 out of 5 from me.
Very cute.
I will add some context to this. So originally, when the Anon who posted this, when they posted this, the image they had on that phone tablet, that's a massive fucking phone if it is a phone. But so originally, they, without realizing it, had used AI, an AI image.
Oh.
So when someone pointed out, they were like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry," and they corrected. So that for me brings this to a 5 out of 5, just for that alone.
Yeah. We have tasteful amount of merch here. We are across the table. She is reaching, it looks like, in this image for a sweet.
I didn't even think of it that way.
So
yeah.
you really, she's ready for that. Those goodies, those macarons. This is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm not really feeling this one.
Is
this?
No, okay. Is this back-to-back railguns, but it's like every other?
Oh, I didn't realize who these characters were.
Yeah, if I'm getting my novels correct here. The drinks are cute. We've got multiple
The drinks are nice.
It's like a little busy. All those bows
Yeah.
clutter the image.
I'm being a little inconsistent here because I said a few images ago that like there wasn't a lot going on. Usually I prefer the busier images, but this is like I think a bit too much for my liking.
Yeah.
Like I guess the asymmetry of like so much on one side and then just like a plushie like I think there's better ways you could compose it. The bows, I think they're a lot. The drinks are nice. I mean, I don't know who this character is.
Yeah, it's more of a shrine.
That's true.
It at least feels a little bit still like you're kind of sitting across from her, making a little like offering of stuff to her.
But I guess the Merry Christmas text does make it feel more like a shrine, doesn't it?
So I give it like a 6 out of 10. It is more in the spirit of this endeavor than I feel like any of the other shrine type pictures have really been.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 for me. Moving on.
This is pretty solid, I think.
I do like the amateur look of this one.
It's crusty.
I think the unconventional angle, I think that works in its favor.
You're across from her face to face, but we're also going to be sitting on her lap.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's no Christmas imagery, which that's
true.
one of my key points on my rubric here. This is not a Christmas date. This is just a generic date, and this is probably like a weak 8 out of 10 for me.
I think it's pretty nice, but Jesus Christ, that desk is so fucking dusty.
Like that was positive points for me.
It's just unpleasant to look at. Would you believe we've been doing this for like 35 minutes?
I would.
This does not feel like it's been 35 minutes. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Pretty good. I don't know what Peanuts are doing here exactly.
Yeah, maybe they have something to do with the character. I haven't seen the show.
They're adding something to the composition at least. I think this is.
That's true. I think it does break up the sort of just plain whiteness of the foreground.
Is it Zero Nodes kind of?
I believe so.
So we've got some classic waifu credentials here, foundational tsundere stuff. Got the Christmas tree, got like the wedding dress that always you really feel the waifu.
Yeah.
You're sitting across from her, so I give this
I didn't notice this at first, but you can see like the little Nendo in the background.
Yeah.
I think that's cute. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's pretty solid.
This is just a shrine, and we've got a cookie offering.
I mean,
we've got the Christmas hat, which is at least good.
I wouldn't mind if like I don't mind the ones where instead of like a picture on their monitor it's like a framed picture, but I think they kind of overplayed that, so it does feel more like a shrine.
Yeah.
Like this is like a shrine offering.
It's like 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
2 out of 5. Okay, this is the one I really wanted to point to. So when you look at this, what is the first thing your eyes are drawn to?
Not the Kirby.
That's what I was gonna point to.
Kirby is, you're like, I don't know why we just got Kirby's come along to the date.
There is an older image, like from last Christmas, I believe, where Kirby's still there, but he's not so front and center. Like, he looks more like a decoration, and that looks good. This just looks like you're going on a date with Kirby.
It does.
Like, zoom it. Like, there you go.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
The dinkiness of the meal itself, just like...
What if we just rated this as, like, take out, like, the girl. It's just, like, Kirby. Well...
Yeah, like, this crop right here...
I think that would be better if it was just like this.
...is... probably like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I like how Kirby is just like right there. He's just looking at you. That would be like a 5 out of 5 for me.
The
zoom out
itself, it hits the general desired vibes here. Like we've said for a few previous, the dual monitor setup really distracts from the across the table date feel. And Kirby being so front and center really just further muddies those waters.
Yeah.
But it hits all my essential points, so it's not going to be. I think it's at least a 6 out of 10.
The Santas are a nice touch.
Yeah, no, we got the Christmas vibe.
I think on its own, it's like 2 out of 5. I hope the people. I hope this doesn't sound like I'm being mean. I want people to do these, no matter how crusty they look. I don't know. You know, it's actually maybe I don't know.
So okay, I like the food. The merch spread is totally fine. The homemade cake is cute, and the general setup here, where we've just like thrown some tables in front of the couch. I understand that maybe it'd be difficult to find a spot to fit all this merch logistically, but that one's still a bit awkward. I don't love the angle of the picture here.
Yeah.
We have the image of our fella that he's facing us, we're sitting across from, so we need the lower angle so we're actually kind of looking into the scene. We feel very removed from the scene.
You also mentioned this earlier, but again, like the Naruto fags on A of all places.
It's uninspiring selection for sure. And there's no real Christmassiness. The tablecloths evoke a tad the poinsettias.
I think the food is a nice touch, like the very obviously homemade meal and cake.
That is by far the best part.
That gives this points for me. I think that saves this for me, because otherwise it looks like they just kind of like spread everything they have on like some tables.
Probably like a weak 6 out of 10.
It was like a 3 for me. I don't think I'm gonna be straightforward. I don't know if I like this one.
It hits just about everything I want. We're on a winter date.
But, well, because for me it's like, again, with like, this is just my desktop, like, this is just my display, and here's me eating dinner.
Yes, although we don't have the icons, so it feels like an intentionally pulled up image. And it could be a little more dressed up, for sure. But it is leaning heavy into the romantic date vibes with the bottom line there, so that kind of remedies that issue a little bit for me.
I think this is another one where the food saves it for me.
Yep, homemade food.
I just noticed, like, you can see some Figmas over there. I think that's Miku. That's besides the point. But, like, I think if the monitor was more in center, this would feel more like a proper date, as opposed to, like, here's my setup.
That's a little candle. Okay. You can't see it.
I didn't realize.
That would be better.
I didn't even realize that was a candle.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
But this is an 8 out of 10 for me.
You're nicer than I am, because I'll give this.
Your average score has definitely been higher than mine.
No. Okay, I'm working on a 1 out of 5. I've been given 3s across the board, but this is like a 2 out of 5 for me, I think. Okay.
Man, we got high points and we got low points.
Yeah, I think the homemade meal is like a high point.
Dinky food.
Yeah.
Plus. No Christmassiness. Minus. I like the eye level, although it's a little like lower than your eye level would be. We've kind of overcorrected here compared to the previous image I complained about.
Yeah, and it's also like all the plushies are kind of blurry.
The spread is messy in part because of the eye level here. It's all plushies. Most of them are fairly equally sized and they're kind of all facing you, so it has the feeling of being some sort of large group date with this girl. So the vibes there, I guess the atmosphere, the narrative being told by this image is rather muddled. It's like a 6 out of 10.
I'd give it a 3, but it's some persona bitch, so I'll give it like a 2. That's my... Okay, another Konata.
Oranges, classic. We've got like some real weave here, very romantic with the roses, the candlelight. So we have picked a Christmas image, so I can't be hypercritical. I would prefer something a little closer up to the face, something a little more one-on-one date vibesy. This leans more into shrine territory. But this is high level still, so it's like a 9 out of 10, I think.
Yeah, I agree. When I imagine like a waifu date, this is what comes to mind. Like maybe the composition isn't great, but I think like the roses that really sets the mood. This isn't a shrine. This is a date.
Yeah.
You got the candle. You got the food. So I think the white background does kind of like take a little points away from me.
But it is lived in.
That's true. So 4 out of 5. So I want to give bonus points for the character. What was that for?
I don't know, we were just like making fun of Persona. I don't know if Doki Doki Literature is much like less.
Probably
like,
not. That game meant a lot to me when I first played it. You wouldn't get it. But no, I think this is actually really solid when I look at it.
Dinky homemade food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love this execution of staying across from a PNG as much as that one early on that I fawned over. And it looks like we have an in-game background.
I think this is
here.
fan art.
Okay.
Because like this is reminiscent of like a CG in the game,
Yes.
but like doesn't have any of this.
Crucially, it is not their actual room. I guess it's maybe they have not edited the PNG in here. Maybe this is just kind of like a close-up on the monitor and they're displaying the monitor. Because the food is physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to clock exactly, which, I mean, it's got an immersive quality to it here. It's definitely, we've nailed the date, it's crusty,
Yeah.
so all that is good. It's, I think it's like an 8 out of 10. It's just not quite speaking to me to the same extent that previous one did.
Yeah.
That one really felt lived in. This one is a tad more sterile.
I like how, for me, I like how warm this one feels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's what I've been missing with trying to describe so many of these. They don't feel very warm, mostly because of the lighting. This one does. This feels like a comfy date. You know, you got the food, you got the cake. Oh, I like the you do it for her.
Yeah.
Like, maybe a little odd for, like, to bring on a date, but I think it's cute
No,
nonetheless.
it's definitely cute.
Yeah. So this is a 5 out of 5 for me. I feel like I'd usually dislike this one on a few metrics, but I really like this one.
It's really cute. The vibes are great.
The lighting.
Cozy date, candlelight's great.
Yeah, also like the monitor, like that old ass fucking monitor. Yeah, like this feels very intimate.
Very humble, very intimate.
I think this
drink looks good.
This is what I was saying earlier with like, you know, more with like the merchandise. More is not always merrier.
No, it's definitely not.
And I think this is like the perfect example of that.
You know, this might be a 10 out of 10.
I agree. If I was doing one I feel like I should know who the character is. I don't. But this is a perfect 5 out of 5 for me. This to me feels like something you'd see in like the threads from like 2011 or 2012 when they first started doing these.
Yeah. Plucked out.
Yeah.
From any era. Timeless. Not particularly inspiring composition here. It's kind of cluttered and unfocused, and it's really just sort of a shrine.
Yeah.
We're like vaguely staying across from a face-to-face image, but not really. This is like. I mean, we got Azumanga, so we at least like our character choice is in keeping with the vibes here. But I'll be generous and give it a 3 out of 10. No real crystalliness, there's a little bit of tinsel, but that's tenuous.
Yeah, I would agree, but I think the color of the color composition, I think that kind of adds to this from the background. I don't know. Like, this is just a shrine, you're right. And this is they probably just have like a display
set
or something.
Into a bookshelf,
yeah, but I don't know. This one just kind of speaks to me in a way I can't describe. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Got the multi-monitor issue. The art on the right is a little just unappealing aesthetically, which is not going to factor heavily into the decision making here, but it must be remarked. What are we? Do we have croutons here?
I don't know what those are, if not croutons.
Interesting, compelling. That's maybe the best part.
Maybe it's like something. I don't know. Maybe it's like some European dish that I don't know what it is.
The dinkiness of having the images pulled up.
I do like the dinkiness of this whole composition.
Like windowed, that does something. Once again, we've kind of not hit the correct eye line here for true date experience. It's Christmas and it is a face-to-face food date, so I'll give it a passing 6 out of 10. And there is some compelling crustiness to that atmosphere here.
Yeah, I want to give this a 3 out of 5 because again, it feels very warm. Maybe not as like intimate as that one a few images ago, but this feels like this guy, or whoever, like really loves their waifu.
You can't even call Anons guys anymore.
I was just thinking like I bet if the person or like the people who post on this thread see this, they're unironically gonna think something like that. So yeah, 3 out of 5. I like it. This is good. Oh, this is a lot.
It's compositionally nice. I don't love that we're just sort of existing in a black void here. We are, it's maybe like a little merch heavy for me. You know, we're detracting from the intimacy of the moment here. Again, just lower that eye line a little bit, which would take it from shrine feel to date feel. We are across face to face with a meal, so we have hit the assignment.
I don't know what it is, but it's a nice touch. Do you know what it is?
They look crispy, but they also look like noodles. And it's a small bowl of whatever it is. No Christmasness.
Yeah.
Here. I'm saying like 5 out of 10.
Yeah. You can tell this Anon really loves their waifu.
Yeah. It's a little too neatly arranged.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the vibe.
Jeez.
This is not sufficiently casual. We are not like sitting in our room.
Fucking docking points for being too organized, docking points for not being organized enough. You can't win with us trannies, huh?
You can. You just gotta...
You gotta do it right.
You gotta do it right.
Yeah. 3 out of 5.
Really simple. Too simple.
I think if you just hid, like...
The taskbar.
I think that would do wonders for this.
Yeah, because we're just default desktop background here.
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily mind lack of food. We're just sitting across from each other by candlelight. We have not applied sufficient effort. We've got no Christmasiness. It is real, you know, genuine and lo-fi here. So I almost want to give it a 4 out of 10, just for nailing some of the ethos.
I think I'll give it probably like a low rating too. Like, I hope this Anon does better in the future. I think there is a lot to... I think, you know, the candle is nice. Like, there is some effort there, some sort of, like, intimacy there. I really just think, like, if the taskbar is just killing it for me. I'll hate to do it. This is a 1 out of 5. That looks... The eyes look AI generated. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's very saturated.
This whole image is very saturated, really.
Yeah. Kind of dinky big bezel monitor, which is nice. So this is a little Christmas gift, presumably. And we're having just a little drink. Could be slightly more datey, but I do like, assuming that kind of tube is her present. She's got a present in her lap. We're sort of doing our gift exchange. That's pretty solid. So I think I would give this an 8 out of 10.
I think it's fine. This might be it. This isn't really doing anything for me, but there's nothing offensive about it. Unless, okay, I don't think that is AIR. I think I'm just schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So it's a 3 out of 5. Jeez, how many more of these do we have? There's some... We've been doing this for like almost an hour.
Well, there's 97 of them, and even if we're spending 1 minute per...
That's still like 2 hours, yeah. We're not doing all of these.
Okay. Girls in Panzer fits the waifu sweet spot here. Handwritten Merry Christmas note. That is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is very much like shrine territory, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or really, we're not sitting across the table. We are not spending Christmas with her. The little like bows on the grenades, like we are gifting her grenades, is a charming touch.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't really know girls in Panzer, but like I have to assume that's fitting.
I mean, yes, they do engage in tank warfare, so.
Like I could tell that much from. I had an ex who was really into girls in Panzer, but she was just like a machinery autist in general.
Okay.
So, it's fine, I guess.
Space. It has missed enough components here that it's not more than a 6 out of 10, but I respect a lot of what's going on here.
I guess I'll give it a 3. I guess.
Here we fucking go. Christmas, face-to-face date. We've got a tasteful amount of merch.
This is doing all of it for you, I see.
The gun is...
I don't know this character, I have to... Like, I don't know if, like, I'm just that out of the loop or if I'm exposing myself as, like, a huge fucking faker. Because, like, do you know who this character is?
I have to cop to...
Okay,
not.
So you don't.
Yeah.
Is that... No, okay, at first I was gonna say, is that Kino? Because, like, the gun, but no, there's no fucking... No, there's no fucking way that's Kino.
I'm not that big a fan. Yeah, this is like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, yeah. 4 out of 5, I don't have much to say about it, but it's more like a date, less of a shrine. Christmas cards, again, that makes it feel like you're giving your waifu Christmas cards. Yeah, sure, 4 out of 5.
Overlit. Kind of a merge shrine.
Yeah, I can see that.
Love the composition. The little extra candles are cute. 4 out of 10, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 2 out of 5 myself. I really don't have a lot to say about this other than, like, God, it's bright. Yui is a nice choice.
Yeah.
Like, I feel... How much Kaon have we really seen through all this?
Only the 2, right?
Yeah, I guess this is the third one.
And was there a third?
Was there?
I think it was just Azusa before this.
Huh, I guess you're right. Yeah, it's only our second.
But yeah, it's just sort of like a Christmassy themed merch display here, so it can't get more than that 4 out of 10. Hey, Nanoha! Now we got some real ass, deep cut ass otaku shit. We are across face to face. We've got Fate and we've got her lovely daughter here cheering you on. The little peppermint stick in her arms, cute. Am I being biased a little bit by the character appreciation? Almost certainly. Could maybe be a little more Christmassy, but we got all the peppermint trimmings here.
Would you be disappointed with me as a self-proclaimed magical girl aficionado if I said I've never seen Nanoha?
I've never seen... I'm not going to judge you too harshly, because we all would fail to reach heaven if we were judged by what we intended to watch and have not yet gotten around to. If you hadn't heard of it, I would be judging seriously. As a self-professed magical girl fan and raging dyke,
right.
This would be a serious oversight.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, 3 out of 5.
It's not like
cookies are nice
optimally datey. Quite know.
This is like kind of rides that line.
What the peppermint bark is doing here, like, is that your gift to her? It's just a slightly muddled composition in terms of the story being told here, the setting being staged. But I'm gonna let my bias bark here and give it a 9 out of 10.
This Anon really loves their waifu. Okay, so I think the suites are nice. I know there's no monitor, but this doesn't feel super shriney.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice.
Yeah, drawing is cute.
Yeah, the background, I really like the background. Like the red, the blue, the tiny tree. I don't know if I'd quite say this is like a 5.
It's pretty simple. It's probably like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Sweet and simple. Oh, I get it. Sweet. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Fuck. ReZero. 1 out of 5.
Like it's a newer character, but you can't really argue with the otaku waifu fag bona fides on display here. So I'm not gonna knock the choice. You're sitting across from her, cute little date spread, tasteful amount of merchandise. We've got the candles, and our lovely little holiday beverage. I think it's got to be a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay, maybe 1 out of 5 is too harsh, but it's still a 3 out of 5, deducting points for ReZero.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were still, like, rem fags in current day. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised.
The camera stats are fun.
Yeah, so Haruhi Suzumiya, I don't know if my audience knew this. I'm a very big Haruhi Suzumiya fan.
Is that, like, Disappearance Haruhi? Or is that
That's Disappearance Haruhi.
So
wait a fucking minute.
Now,
wait a fucking minute.
I spotted that the second.
Activate
window,
or
for that.
Whatever language that's in.
Yeah.
Activar Windows. I'm sorry to whatever language I'm butchering.
It is immensely enhancing the atmosphere.
It
here.
is.
We have hidden the taskbar. We have hidden, if this is not just like an image pulled up in full screen, we've hidden the desktop icons. We are enjoying our beautiful face-to-face, but we are also contending with our banal material realities here with that activate Windows. I gotta be consistent. I like the camera stats. Those are neat. A little weird. Maybe you should crop that out, but it's neat.
Yeah.
But no Christmassiness whatsoever, and it's very much not even a particularly Christmassy selection of food. It's got the dinky homemade character to the food, which is nice, but we are not evoking Christmas whatsoever here.
I like the dinkiness of this.
I do.
I'm completely biased in that it's Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah.
And again, like all the other... Oh my gosh, she's falling over.
Oh no.
Does that add or take away? What do you think?
I think it takes away. You gotta
you
have
think?
a little more care. You have a little
Sure.
Unless she's supposed to be leaning. She is sort of in like a... Is she leaning against the ale?
I got...
Like, she's gonna...
But like...
But maybe that's what they're going for.
I think this is still a 5 out of 5. I'm biased with the character selection.
The character might be biasing me, and I like the activate windows.
Yeah.
So I will grant it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, okay. This is very different.
Very different vibe. Cute view. We're not really going on a date. We're going on a bit of a tour almost.
Yeah.
We're taking our Homeda merch on just like a bit of a little vacation tour. No Christmassiness. It's an avant-garde approach to things here. I don't hate what it's going for, but it doesn't quite have enough going on.
Would you say this is another example of like miss the assignment?
So a bunch of them feels like you just don't know what the assignment is. This feels at least like it could be a more intentional, just kind of innovative approach where we're trying to do something different. So I take less offense to that. But you are out touching grass, so the cooped up, crusty vibes are minimal. Yeah, I'm sort of charmed by the vision on display here. I might just go right down the middle and give it a 5 out of 10.
I think I'll just do the same 3. I don't know. It doesn't feel very like again more of a tour than a date, but it's nice. This person's like I assume They had some backstory and I don't remember, but I assume traveling to Japan. So I'll give it a 3 for that. That's cute.
Cute setup.
Color coordination.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. Would we say this is more of a shrine?
It looks more shrine-y.
Okay.
It is shrine-y with maybe like a bit of like gift exchange-iness to it.
Yeah.
Like 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. I don't have much else to say beyond that. I also don't know this character.
Sayano Uta, silly.
From...
Well, no, it's Sayano Uta. It's the VN where she's in the flesh world.
How have I not heard of this?
This is very famous. It's like your sort of gross, gory VN.
This sounds like my kind of thing.
It's like one of the 5 most like famous VNs in the West, I feel like.
For someone who's written a visual novel, I haven't read a lot of them. Ooh, this is definitely more shrine territory.
Yeah.
I mean, the color coordination is a plus for me. That brings... So, like, it is a minimum of a 3, at the but also potentially a maximum 2?
And this is a Kuroneko, correct? So, I gotta shout out to the character choice. Yeah, Kuroneko. Now, Kirino should have won like she did, but respect my girl Kuroneko, she can get in on the threesome. But it is a shrine, we at least get the Christmas vibes, or at least like the cross from her face to face a little bit. But there's no date element here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I will let my pro character bias bump it up to like a 6 out of 10.
I will say, now that I realize it, I think like the single ornament there is kind of weird. 3 out of 5. No shrines allowed here. Okay.
We have taken her out. I am broadly fucking with this.
I'm just kind of bothered by all the snow getting on the electronics.
That is true, but it's commitment to the vet. We have the body pillow outdoors here. It's almost like we've set up like the blanket.
Yeah.
Like we are like doing like an outdoor sleepover or something. Even using the Steam Deck as a monitor to get an extra something in here. If you have food, drink, whatever, you know, in front of a laptop, so it felt like we were sharing something, it would crank up that date atmosphere.
I think for logistical reasons that'd probably be kind of difficult though, because like it's just gonna get snow all over. It's like you can tell it's actively snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this was actually taken in like Hokkaido too. I think they said that.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah.
It's real cute. This is another kind of oddball, innovative take. I'll probably give this an 8 out of 10. I fucked with this.
So I will say I understand why they have to do it if they want to get the background in full view. I think, you know, if like I think like the sort of waifu is a little too far down. But again, like I think they can probably work a little more on that balance. But I think for the most part, pretty solid. The background alone, that's outdoors and again probably in Hokkaido, 4 out of 5.
So, endearingly dinky. Tasteful amount of merch. We are across face to face, although the art in question is not particularly sparking joy for me. We have the Christmas hat, so we're doing something there. We have no date accoutrement. We just have a sort of a flat, lifeless arrangement.
Okay. Are those supposed to be her boobs?
Yeah, it's definitely like.
I was gonna say it's kind of endearingly like.
Unprecedented balloon tit.
I would say this is like endearingly kind of like dinky, but like I think that like
I don't know what's going on there.
this character. I mean, I guess this is because like a chibi. It's all chibi, but like this doesn't strike me as someone who would have like massive fucking like tits. I like the monitor in use, like the old monitor. But how are we feeling?
I feel like based upon all the just straightforward factors at play here, you know, if I'm grading to the rubric, this is, you know, like a 6 out of 10. But I just kind of don't like the vibe, so I'm knocking it down to a 5 out of 10.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay, we got the romantic body pillow.
That's true.
Pose sitting across from you face to face.
The 2 champagne glasses.
2 champagne. I've been harping on this, and I stopped harping on it just because it seemed so rare. I was like, okay, maybe people just don't do this. I'm not an accredited expert. But we have been considerate to our partner here. We've got our cute little sweets. We've got his goofy pocket knife. I do think he is an attractive man, so that helps. No, I'm finding something to hate on here. No Christmasiness. So I'm not gonna give it. I've talked myself down from the 10 out of 10 ledge, but I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a similar rating. Again, color coordination is always a big thing for me. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. The sweets are always a nice touch. A surprising amount of these don't have any kind of food. Yeah. Huh. But no, this Anon loves their husbando.
But like little,
what is that?
Sony device. I am charmed by this.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how I felt at first, but now the more I think about it, the more it's like,
Yeah.
It feels warm.
It's Christmas, it's date, it feels a little cramped.
That's true.
Which I think is what kind of tripped you up off the rip there. But it is cute. It may use a little merch, but I don't hate the pure one-on-one.
Yeah.
Toradora, I think. We've got the Otaku Bonafides. I think it doesn't quite delight me. So it's 9 out of 10.
Okay. I hate to just mimic your rankings, but
well, you can't. Or yeah, you can't mimic exactly a 9 out of 10.
Well,
you can't subdivide cleanly.
As close as I fucking can.
What I'm saying, this one you're not copycatting me. You have to take a stand. Are you on the upper end of my 9 out of 10 or the lower end of my 9 out of 10?
That's my answer.
Okay.
4 out of 5. I think
flat lighting.
What?
Image choice isn't particularly inspired. I can forgive it for the Christmasiness.
But like the it's
foreground is
it's a
is
mess.
Christmas. We have no real date accoutrement.
This is a 2 out of 5 for me.
It hits enough of my criteria that I think it's a 6 out of 10. But I'm giving that out with reservation. Cute. It is cute. We got the candlelight.
Yeah.
We have our little Christmas card.
I feel like if the lighting on this was like a little warmer, this would be like a 5 out of 5. I feel like this needs some more flair. I don't know
We're
what.
Not quite on a date. We could use.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean,
like,
it's very much like set up across face to face from her. But we're just sort of doing like a summoning circle ritual on the figure, which it's like the composition itself is a bit confused. So I think I'll go. I mean, it's a little more Christmasiness, decoration-ness. I'll go 7 out of 10. It is intimate. It is crusty.
Yeah, I think this is a 4 out of 5 for me.
Okay, here we go. Tasteful merch spread. Cute little cake. Face to face, across the table, on the screen. Could use a little more credit. We got the one credit Santa hat on the one plush, but still a little under Christmassy for my taste. But it's pretty. It's like an 8 out of 10.
I think one thing that I'm kind of noticing is it doesn't look like she's looking at like the.
It definitely could be a little better.
Yeah.
It's at least a kind of a cute touch to have her looking over at the merch spread.
I guess.
The eye line does anything, whereas there's been some just totally superfluous eye lines in previous images.
What the fuck is this? I mean, it's not a Funko Pop.
Yeah, it's like a one.
I'm sure there is a Funko Pop of, I forget her name. Sayaka?
Sayaka's her girlfriend.
I haven't seen mine.
Right?
No, Sayaka's the blue one.
Yeah, the blue hair, Sayaka.
Kyoka. Look, I mean, I know I said I was a...
Kyoko.
I know I said it was a magical girl aficionado, but I think that's more reason for me to not know Madoka that well. Yeah. It's like a 3 out of 5. The candles are...
I like candlelight. It's very shrine vibe.
I don't know why the candles are organized like that. I don't...
Yeah, I think maybe they're trying to like draw a kanji.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The peaches, I think that's what those are. Those are nice. Those are a nice touch, but...
It's very... shrine.
Yeah,
very shrine
it does feel very intimate, but...
It is intimate, but being a shrine takes away from that.
No, those aren't peaches. Those are tangerines?
Yeah, I can't quite tell.
It's, yeah.
And it is... the intimacy of the candlelight is detracted from by the fact that it's so kind of such a shrine layout, and no Christmasness. This is probably a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, this is a 3 out of 5 from me. Okay.
We have a real ass otaku room here.
Uh-huh.
Sumptuous meal.
The fucking slot machine in the background.
Yeah. That's pretty great. We have a seat. But our actual seating partner, it you know, I feel like that you would have been maybe better served with one of the body pillows or something. It does not quite feel like we're on date. There's very, very minimal Christmasness. Maybe this little display here is Christmas.
But the meal, like, this isn't just... Well, no, this isn't a meal. This is a full-on feast.
Yeah, you gotta... They're balling out for the waifu here, for sure. It's probably an 8 out of 10 for me.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I thought that girl was like the Arrow Manga Sensei girl.
Yeah.
I think it's a 4 out of 5. I like the extraness of it. Grind my teeth together. Like the feast, that's nice. This fucking slot machine, that's a fucking touch. The Sanon loves their waifu. Okay.
Classic. Very classic.
This is very classic. Yeah. Like a tasteful amount of merch. The homemade. I assume this is apple cider. The Pocky.
Yeah.
The apple slices. Not like not a non-excessive amount of merch.
Tasteful amount of merch. Dim dinky lighting.
Keyboard.
Is cute.
I think this is
Christmas image. Yeah, very, very classic.
This is a 4 out of 5. Very high 4.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so this is our third Pokemon character.
Dual monitor issue. The heart with the chocolates is endearingly dinky. We've got the candlelight.
Candles are nice. How do we feel about like the sporadic ornaments?
I feel like you're doing the best you can to inject the Christmas atmosphere into it, and I think with that plus like the winter landscape candle there, we've achieved it. So I am largely endeared by that. I'd say 7 out of 10 here.
I kind of want to give it a 5 for the character. Like, I don't know how I feel about the statues getting in the way of the monitors.
Yeah.
I do think it's nice how, like, front and center you have this, like, lily on the couch.
Yeah.
This expression's a little goofy.
Yeah, a little bootleg garage kick on there. But
is that what that is?
I mean, just with the dinkiness of the expression.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
So, I mean, it's a very pretty spread. I feel like really like totally miss the assignment here. It's a cute little tea party, and then we have one figure of the character here. We are not remotely on a date, I mean, if that's the only merch you have of the character, it's kind of tough with an item that small.
Yeah.
But that's what we whip out the monitor for.
I think this is this is overproduced for my liking.
Yeah, it's very like the fucking like heavy bokeh, like whatever. It is too professional.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like against the spirit of these.
Yeah, so this might be another NA. Like I don't know exactly how to grade this. It's technically proficient, but just totally in a completely different field.
I think it's like a 2 out of 5 for me. If I had to give it a rating. Okay.
This is cozy as fuck.
This is a classic.
Drinks.
Again, classic waifu here.
Yeah.
Forgive me for saying this. I only know her as the Desk Girl. I don't know what show she's from, but I recognize this character anywhere. The sweets.
Yeah, cake.
It's kind of chaotic, but I like it here.
Good chaos.
Which I mean, I don't know the character, but that's kind of the impression I get here. From the character, I just noticed like the gummies or fruit snacks here. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, very
What are we feeling?
I think 10 out of 10. I think I nailed it.
I agree. 5 out of 5. Okay, very classic.
Strong one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the homemade meal.
We each have a glass. We've got the homemade meal.
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, we've got spaghetti, but
Is that spaghetti?
on the left, you see.
Yeah, but yeah, there's
But
the spaghetti.
the
But like,
sauce isn't merged. I can't tell if it's like a Salisbury steak over spaghetti or something. I don't know. But
pork chops?
I love it.
But it doesn't matter.
Homemade cake.
Yeah. I have to assume these are probably homemade too.
Yeah, we've got the candle going.
The crunchiness of the photography.
And we've got our body pillow tucked in
Yeah.
bed right next to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Like, this is another 10 out of 10.
5 out of 5.
Okay. I mean, this is like super shriny.
Yeah.
The editing is at least kind of lo-fi, dinky editing, but it's not really enhancing the atmosphere here.
Oh, I just realized, isn't that a Sword Art Online character?
Looks like it.
Oh.
Oh. I mean, at least you've like gotten obsessed with one of the more niche ones-ish.
That's true.
Is.
If it were like an Asuna fag, like in this thread, would that be like automatic point deduction?
I think it would sort of be charming for how basic it is.
Fair.
Like that, if you're gonna have a wife,
Yeah,
like just the
I
most
mean,
generic house.
I wouldn't give a Miku fag like a low ranking, you know?
Well, Miku's good too.
Yeah, that's true.
Asuna is not necessarily, but if it's a spirit thing, I think.
The Butterfinger, I think, is funny.
It is.
Like, I think it takes away from an otherwise kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, overdone image in a lot of ways. Wait, is that current? Is that currents? Well, I can't see what it is. I have to assume this gives away their country of origin. Is that like... Is that play money?
I couldn't tell you.
Or maybe they're chocolate coins.
That would make some sense, yeah.
Butterfinger.
That looks kind of wrappery. And I feel like this is...
I'm gonna give it go on a limb and say 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I have no hatred in my heart for you, but I feel like this is a 3 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
It's cute. I appreciate the Kimono Friends rep. It is not really a date. It is Christmassy.
Yeah.
We did nail the eye line. For this display, this is where the eye line should be, which I've called out before, so I gotta give credit here. I feel like I can't give it. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
I'll give it a 2 out of 5. This doesn't really do anything for me. The effort's there at least.
Cute. Lanterns are nice. Christmassy with the candy canes. We've got our little macaron treat. We are across face to face. Fairly tasteful amount of merch. It's cozy. And not much to criticize here. Even if there's nothing particularly superlative for me either.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I think it's a 7 out of 10 for me.
Like, I don't have anything to say here, but I think this is pretty. Like, this is good. You did a good job.
You completed the assignment.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. This is. It's an unorthodox selection of merch.
Extremely.
Is this just a collection of raisins and nuts at the top? It's an odd arrangement. The composition is strange. We've got our snacks up top. So really, we're not really hitting the date vibes. At least you've got a tablecloth that injects the Christmassy spirit into it. This is a tough one to know what to do with, though.
This doesn't feel like a date. And that's what I think kind of does it for...
Yeah,
like, it's... Okay, I kind of relate as someone who did a shrine for one of these with, like, one piece of merch, or with no merch, when I thought there was no merch.
Yeah.
So I can imagine it must be pretty dire if you're using, like, manga. Like, physical manga releases.
On that little, like, crocheted or,
I have to assume that's fan-made. But it's like a 2 out of 5 for me. Like, you tried, but it's unorthodox, and I can respect that.
Yeah.
But I'll still give it like a 2.
4 out of 10. fun taste for sure.
The cake is nice.
Cutely composed. Cute cake. Could
Oh, the handmade card.
Tad more Christmassy, but at least we got the Christmas card in there, bringing up those levels.
Yeah. So I think one thing that kind of bothers me with some of these is, you know, when they have merch that's like keychains and things like that, they just scatter them. Like, I think that does take, like, I think that takes away a little from me. Someone's sleepy.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. It's past my bedtime.
Okay, Grandma.
But it's cute. It's a date. I'm saying 8 out of 10.
4 out of 5.
Okay. ASAP. It's Christmas.
Those are the pancakes.
Yeah, we got like breakfast, which is unusual. Is it pancakes or is it biscuits? I guess it's probably just tall, small pancakes. And Christmas card. We're not quite across the table face-to-face date, but we've got the body fellow there, so we're kind of sharing a meal at the table with her, so that's fine. Like candlelight. And it is probably another 8 out of 10 for me.
4 out of 5, yeah. Composition's nice, the Christmas cards are nice, the food is nice. It's just Christmassy enough that it works. Very simple, but effective.
It's underlit. The composition is odd. We've more or less hit the eye line, although we could be more zoomed out. We've got an odd crop on the poster. We've got a beverage of the same color as the beverage in her hand, so that's the real synergy. We're really just like staging the face-to-face. I'd almost prefer it without the poster in the background to just go all in on that concept. There is no Christmas-iness.
I usually, that doesn't bother me, but here it's like, yeah, no, you're right. It's creative. I do like that.
I am
points for creativity.
Largely charmed by it. So I think I'll go all the way up to a 7 out of 10.
This is a 4 out of 5 for me. Okay, Shugo Chara. I immediately want to give it like points for that. Even if this does kind of go against the, like...
We once again just posted the text Merry Christmas to denote it as Christmassy with nothing else in the image to do so. It is very much just merch spread where you can find the glass or plastic right over there. So this is just your little display case. It's really the opposite of intimate. I gotta go, like, 3 out of 10.
I would probably agree, but I am fully biased on like the Shugo Chara representation. Shugo Chara, in a sense, is actually kind of how I realized I was trans. That's a story. So that's a story I'll have to tell after this. But I will say I think, you know, it's cute how like you got the figures in the mug. But now that you do mention it, it doesn't feel very intimate or like a date, or this is just a full-on shrine, but I'm gonna give it this is still a 4 out of 5 for me. I'm sorry, I can't look at anything with this much like Shugo Chara in it and feel like anything other than bliss.
You go. Okay.
Okay, classic. Here,
classic
cookies,
date.
you got the drink.
This is the essential. We have one face-to-face PNG on the monitor, and then we have one body pillow to hold tightly later. Got the candles.
The Christmas lights.
Christmas lights. The drink is Christmassy, so even without much.
Yeah, it's like they have just enough Christmas lights that it works. It's not like over bright. It's not like no Christmas representation.
Christmas accoutrement, but we still very much know we're on a Christmas date here. Cookies are cute. I mean, this is kind of a platonic idea. It's very simple.
I was gonna say this for me is a 5 out of 5.
10,
Hell yeah.
Dual monitor issues. We've got the tree and the Christmas screen cap from the game here, so at least we're in the vibes. Not particularly datey. I mean, dual monitor issues aside, even we put the tree right in the middle, which disrupts that. I mean, I guess like we're hypothetically across face to face from her right there on the phone, but we have nothing we're doing. We have no food, no presents, no nothing. It ends up feeling more shriney than datey. It is relatively dinky. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not feeling anything from this. It's like a 2 for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I see enough of like these long, like these like flat anime girls with like long blue hair in my mind immediately. Things like Tsubasa from Symphogear. I don't think that's Tsubasa, but
yeah, I think she's just some.
There's a lot of those.
Idle gacha game.
Yeah,
like.
probably.
Yeah.
I do like the.
Her feeding you the cake is pretty high tier.
Cake?
Is it like cake roll? It's not a like a omelet, right?
I thought that was.
Oh,
an
I guess
omelet.
so.
That does look like
yeah,
an
you're
omelet.
right.
Yeah.
I was hoping for cake just because it would be synergy with the.
Thank you.
She's got her own drink. We have been considerate. We've got 2 cakes.
And
here.
like the holding up of like the drink, that is
the hand
Kino.
in frame. We are in the scene. There has been a sterility to a lot of these, just a lack of consideration of bringing the viewer into the scene.
Damn
this
straight.
Completely nails that. We have the Christmas tree. We have achieved that checkbox. 10 out of 10, I think.
I agree. 5 out of 5.
So I do like Golden Convoy. That's just about all I like here. We've sort of got Christmas tree. It's a little dinky, uninspiring merch spread. We are not really face to face. There's no date accoutrement. 5 out of 10.
This is a 2 out of 5 for me. Again, doesn't really spark much joy. Okay, so Sympho. This I think the first actual Symphogear representation
After
here,
much reference.
and the best character too. I mean, do we disagree?
I don't think so. Although
Okay.
I have not picked a best girl myself with conviction.
More of a shrine.
Very Christmassy, pretty shriny. It is a cute shrine.
It isn't a cute shrine.
We have the handmade touches, which I do always appreciate. We've got the little handwritten signs from the gear.
I think that does add to it, as opposed to just a full-on shrine.
If you're gonna go for shrine, at least like make it. Shrine pulls you out. It is less intimate. It is more staged. The handcrafted elements bring you back in. It gives you some of that intimacy back. So I will say 7 out of 10.
This is 3 out of 5 for me.
Very much date or face to face.
This is a date.
I don't love the merch. I don't
The food is
love
nice.
the food. It looks
Really?
real dinky, but it enhances the image because
I mean,
it is.
It looks tasty, but I just like anything sweet.
Yeah.
I just like anything with lots of whipped cream.
Here,
A cassette?
Cassette tape, almost it looks like.
That's
yeah.
interesting. What kind of swishes?
Not much Christmassiness.
No.
It's a slightly muddled composition, and it is dinky, but the sense of place is.
They don't even look like the same character.
Yeah. I am gonna go 6 out of 10 here.
I'll give it a 2 out of 5, but if you're watching this Anon, you got this for Valentine's Day, hopefully, or next year at least. This year for Christmas. Oh, this is a lot.
Okay.
Does it feel like a date, or...?
Yeah, it's pretty maximalist. She is an alcoholic, so we've got lots of alcohol
Of course,
here. We
yeah.
nailed that assignment. Food is endearingly dinky. But again, I mean, you've got these collages on the left and right. Even.
You have a collage
So the
surrounding, like, another collage.
Like last year's.
I have to assume
which is
so, yeah.
At least like fun. You've got your running storyline. But I just feel like this center monitor is screaming out. You've got the screens for your other stuff. Throw the face-to-face picture here. Make it a date.
Again, not a date. It's a shrine.
It nails the lived-in vibes. No real Christmassiness. And the lights are there.
Yeah.
But it's pretty subtle. There's a lot here that you know, I enjoy, and clearly with the image of the previous setup, they have a vision and they're going for it. But it's only a 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I think this is like a 2 out of 5, but more shriny than datey. There's a date attempt there, but like, yeah. Oh. Okay, gotta zoom out for this one.
Okay.
I thought this was that one fucking darling in the Frank's bitch at first, like that one. No, I realized that it's not now. Is that non? Nan, however you say it.
Really, you don't say man.
I don't know. I've never had to say it out loud before. I guess this is a Love Live girl.
She is Sasek.
Oh, Idol Master. Okay. I clearly don't know my Idol anime.
Muddled composition.
This is a shrine.
We're not quite face to face. It's pretty shiny. We at least have food. The monster can is funny, like the regular food. Otherwise, we've got sort of a gift bag there, so at least it's
true.
Diverged. It's a little away from shrine territory.
I assume the cider there too.
That looks cidery. I guess that could be the monster. I can afford it. I don't know what color mango logo monster is. 7 out of 10. With hesitant.
Yeah. This is a 2 out of 5, I guess. Okay.
This is very dating. This is very
color composition, the big thing for me. The red, yeah. I feel like this is a solid 3 out of 5 for me. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Very cute spread.
The Christmas card.
Yes, Christmas card, handmade, great. We're not quite on a date, but at least we've kind of got the body pillow right across from us there. The nails, the eyeline, which I do like. It is sort of a pleasant image more so than it nails the assignment, but it still kind of speaks Christmas with waifu. So I think I'll go 7 out of 10 here.
I feel like I'm kind of getting lazy with these ratings because I do want to give this a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay.
She has her own meal. We have our own
This
meal.
is a date.
This is... Yeah. It's what you want. It's not Christmas.
I don't know if I'd like to open blinds. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it feels like it would have been better off closed here.
I think the lighting could be improved a little here.
Yeah.
Like if it was like dimmed, you had candles. Obviously, I don't know if this Anon even has access to candles. This could have been thrown together, but
it could be more dated, even though the intimacy is there.
Yeah, I think this is a good foundation.
Yes.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
This does not feel like a date. It's again with the keychains too, like just throwing them on the desk.
The cake is cute. We've got our
It is a nice cake. I would eat it. I'm hungry. Okay.
disc obstructing the one-on-one view here. Not Christmassy.
Yeah, the disc that takes away so much for me.
I mean, the cake is a little Christmassy in its discoloration, but that's really it.
Yeah.
There's something kind of charmingly crude about it. But it's like a 6 out of 10.
If the discs weren't blocking the the tablet there,
well, once again, I think this would have been better served by a different eye line. Pulls us out of the scene. It's very removed.
2 out of 5.
And this is just a little Himiko shrine, which is fine, but no Christmas.
You know, it's not a date.
No date. I mean, I was like a 2 out of 10. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, 2 out of 5. Okay, maybe this doesn't complete the assignment, but this is like a 5 out of 5.
This is a crusty otaku room. It's a little. Could we be a little more wholesome? Could we be a little?
Oh my god. No, the degen adds.
The posters are fine because I'm like not expecting you to tear down your posters. It's really the contents of the one monitor there. Like
also,
I have to put that up.
Is that window like?
I mean that's an old ass operating system. I mean I love the
DVDs.
the vision for the room overall.
I think the degeneracy is a plus. I'll give it. That adds to it for me. This is a 5 out of 5. Maybe it doesn't meet the assignment. I don't care. Maybe it's school days.
Could we just get a little? I get that it's school days. So maybe that's just the vibe we're going for here. But
That's true.
Could we make it a little more special and romantic for Christmas Eve? I know we got the Toblerone there, but
that's fair. I mean, no, it's a Christmas screenshot there.
I know. I just mean just put her boobs away on the monitor for Christmas Eve.
That's the best time to have boobs out.
I'll still give it. I mean, you gotta respect the vision here, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, this is the only image I'm gonna have to censor for this.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, I know we've been kind of very anti-shrine here, but I like this.
It's intimate still. You're sitting down, face to face.
I like the way it's organized. Also, the Kuromi Homer there. That's cute.
It is. Christmassy. It is.
I think
still,
like the sort of plaid background is nice too.
It's nicely composed. It's still got a face-to-face character. I will go 8 out of 10 here.
I think this is a 4 out of 5. Krona. So this is another case where it's like,
Cute spread.
Krona just gives me too much joy when looking at that. Like I can't. Anything less than like a 4 out of 5 is dirty, but this is really well put together.
We
like
got the Christmas card here. It could still be a little more Christmassy, and it's a little shiny.
A little,
but it's a neat package. I'll once again go 8 out of 10 here.
4 out of 5 for me. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see.
We are on a date.
This was this Anon's first submission too, and they're like, "Oh, I hope this is good for." And yeah, no, this is like for your first time. This is good. Yep. This is a date. You got the body pillow.
A little bit of merch.
Yeah, a tasteful amount of merch. The candles. You got the roses, the cookies. This is a date.
They're like poinsettias again or whatever, sort of evoking Christmas, even if it could stand to be a tad more Christmassy.
Sure.
The cookies also look a bit Christmas cookie-ish, so I'm not mad about it. A 9 out of 10 here.
This is definitely a 4 out of 5.
Very Christmas, very distant.
Not. Oh, yeah. No, this does feel kind of distant. This does not feel like a date. Is this another Girls and Panzer character?
Very cute Girls and Panzer character.
Okay.
Distinctive uniform. But it's. I mean, it's not even quite a shrine just because it's so minimally merchy. It's a cute little display devoid all context, but we're not meeting the assignment here. A little cookie there maybe at her feet.
I think the snowman's cute.
Yeah. It's like a 4 out of 10.
This is a 3 for me. Okay, Yui. But
Cute. One of the less offensive multi-monitors. It is Christmassy. Got a fun spread of merch.
Got the cookies and is that a fucking Dick Masterson?
It's Dick Masterson mug.
Jesus Christ. Who do you think submitted this? No fucking way.
No.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
I mean, I could, but I don't think
no,
so.
Yeah. I highly doubt it, but it'd be really funny if it was. I'm not gonna explain that.
It's intimate, it's very lived in. We'll do... It's not quite date vibes, but it is like, you really love your waifu. It doesn't always have to be a date if you're bringing something else to the table. So I will go 8 out of 10 for this.
I'm being a little inconsistent by being kind of anti-shrine, but this is like a 4 out of 5 from me. Okay, I don't even know if this counts, because I think this Anon was like... I don't know, I think I saved it just because, like, I felt obligated to. I don't even know if this was in, like, the final image, but...
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, just an NA for me.
Yeah, I can't rate this.
I will say on the prior one, and like you said, don't always love the shrines, maybe some inconsistency there, but if it is, like, set up ad hoc at your desk, that makes it better for me.
Sure,
I think.
yeah.
Because it's less removed, it's less like, this is just my shelf setup of my figures.
This is another one where I'm not sure if this counts.
Yeah, it's super cute.
It is adorable.
Very creative with her.
Like, maybe you didn't meet the
Do
assignment.
we have our photographer here reflected in the... It looks like we do. So
that's
fun. That's a fun little Easter egg. Just the way the branches frame the wall scroll in the background is great. It's another NA. It's too divergent from what we're actually going for here.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5 just because it's so cute.
I do like.
And I think we're reaching the end here. Less than... yeah, this is the last one. So...
Very shiny. At least we got the cookies. We're sort of face to face.
I think the Christmas tree with, like, the keychain ornaments is cute.
It's cute. It's nicely composed.
A little shiny, this is true. But,
And not just, like, set up there on the desk. So it doesn't feel left in a way that will lose the shrine. But it's cute. It's Christmassy. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. We get to the last image, and I want to see if like those last two are even. Okay, I think the Toru one was submitted past the deadline. And this one, again, I don't even know if that counts. I think even OP was like, it doesn't count, but, and this is,
Although it's in there.
Is it?
Right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's just,
Yeah,
it's just, oh, Toru's in there too. It's just organized in like a weird kind of way. This is smaller than last year's, but I like that because if it had like 300 submissions, oh man, you see the length of that there?
No. My eyesight's bad.
Anyways, fucking rate this video 5 stars and subscribe, and don't mind this bitch in my room.